The East Bay is a beautiful place. Part of what makes it so special is our people and our food. For hundreds of years, people from all over the world have come to call the East Bay home, and they've brought their rich cultures with them, including family recipes. Today, many East Bay residents are switching out their gas stoves for induction ranges and cooktops, driven by three main motivations. They want to fight climate change, protect their health, and improve their cooking experience. Let's see what kind of induction stoves and cooktops people are using in the East Bay and how they cook the foods that are part of their cultural heritage.
Hi, I'm Jeannie in El Cerrito. This is my new induction stove. It's from the GE Cafe series. I love having this new stove. I've been making a lot of soups and broths with it. Vietnamese noodle soups are famous for their long, cooked, and very flavorful broths. Those require hours of gentle simmering, and there's really no shortcut. I love cooking pho on the induction stove. For one, I can get it to a boil really quickly, and then I can bring it down to a really controlled simmer. And I let the simmer go on for half a day, sometimes longer. I'm just dry toasting some herbs that will go and help form the base of the broth. These are part of the ingredients that go in and then result in really great broth, but require hours of cooking. So when I had my old gas stove, I learned that it was emitting a lot of toxic fumes, and I learned that those fumes are heavier than air, and so they're sinking down at floor level, and I was really concerned about them having to breathe in those toxic fumes. Last step, adding some hot broth to the noodle soup. Oops, I'm spilling everywhere. I'm just going to add more bean sprouts. I like a lot of herbs in my pho. I have different herbs here. I have mint. I like to put cilantro, and of course you have to have Thai basil. And then I like to do some lime. It's not required, but it's a great touch. I'm really glad to be rid of my old gas stove because now I know the indoor air quality is safe. The old gas stove had a really terrible smell that would go beyond my kitchen. So with my new induction stove, I know that I have a safe environment inside for me and my family.
Hi, my name is Xochitl Ceguera. I live in Berkeley. I'm originally from Mexico, from Michoacan. My whole family is still there. And today I'm going to show you how simple it is to cook in an all-electric kitchen. This kitchen has a stove that is Frigidaire induction. We're going to turn it on. This is from 1 to 10, and we're going to leave it at 8. The comal is going to warm up really fast and nice. And once the comal is on, really warm, we're going to be putting our chiles. We have poblano chiles and we have güero chiles. And these are going to get really roasted fast. We're just going to wait and a couple of minutes and turn them over. You can see how fast these peppers are roasting, and the tomatillos as well. They're really getting fast roasted. We're gonna make chiles rellenos. We're gonna make chiles rellenos. We're also going to make these chiles rellenos with cheese. We're gonna make salsa verde and salsa roja. Look how fast these are really coming up roasted. We could also make soup of chile poblano. We could make rajas. We could make a lot of things with these chiles. I really enjoy cooking in this stove because it's fast and it's also really easy to clean. As you can see, the surface. I also really like this stove because there's no danger of my children getting burned because there's no flame. This surface, if you touch it, if my children touch it, I'm not worried about it. If you want to cook in a clay pot, you can still do it using this stainless steel diffuser. It's very inexpensive. It's about $20. You can find it online. And you just use it on and put your pot on top. We're going to also roast some garlic, maybe just two. And we're gonna roast them like this. You can see that the tomatoes are very close to be ready, super fast. And the comal, you can, if you don't have a comal, you can also use a flat pan, a flat pan. So let's do this. This is a serrano. We have serranos, we have jalapeños, and look at my poblano. So fast. And we're gonna put it on a bag so that it softens, right? And we are gonna peel it after 10 minutes. Let's try it for salt. I usually warm 2 by 2, then I flip them. They're warming up really fast. This, and I'm gonna eat it. Who wouldn't want to eat this? My goodness.
Hi, my name is Maddie, and I'm a renter here in Oakland. And I didn't even know, but my stovetop, because it is a gas stove, it's always emitting methane gas. And so I decided to get an induction cooktop. And you might be wondering, well, okay, what is this thing? Well, it really is an important piece of like going green in your home, and you can always do very small things. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cook a traditional Jamaican dish. My dad is from Jamaica. I'm also a dual citizen of Jamaica. And I don't cook a lot, but one thing I love is rice and peas. And rice and peas, like rice and beans or black-eyed peas, this dish is something that's traditional throughout the diaspora. It's really simple, easy to make, and I'm going to make it on this hob. It's called a hob because it's not a burner, because nothing's burning. So these are the peas. They're actually beans. They're kidney beans, but Jamaicans call them peas, and they have been soaking in water overnight, so they're a little bit more moist, and it won't take as long to boil them. So first I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to press function. And then as you can see, I can turn it up or down however I want. It boils very quickly on an electric induction cooktop. It's faster than on a gas stove. So this is going to happen really quickly, and I'm just going to let it boil until the beans, aka peas, as Jamaicans call them, until they're nice and soft. Okay, so now I'm going to make some greens to go with it. Usually Jamaicans eat callaloo, but I haven't been able to find callaloo. I think you can find it at, what's it called? Berkeley Bowl. But I'm not by a Berkeley Bowl, so I got some dinosaur kale, which is some of my favorite. Okay, so the reason I decided to get this induction stovetop is because they're really inexpensive. It's only about $60 for a single, and then it is $120 for a double. And it's a great way to like immediately protect your home environment from all the toxic fumes that come out of your gas stove. So if this is something that you want to make the switch, this is a great way to do it right away. And this is just so fast and efficient. Like it's only at 5 and it's already like nearly done. Just sauteing the onions. And then I'm going to put the greens in here, and I'm going to put a little bit of corn and some tomatoes. It's going to be good. You could put the whole Scotch bonnet into your greens for flavor, but if it bursts, then you have to be ready for the consequences. So here is my lovely dish, and this is something that I would eat in the morning, maybe put a little egg in there. I did all of this on an induction cooktop.
So here's our stove, and this stove it's great. It's been great for us. When we first moved in, my mother came to visit. She loves to cook, and she was really, really worried about it. First of all, she thought it was an electric stove because it looks a lot like electric stoves from way back. And she cooks Indian food, and she just was very skeptical whether it would make the things that she loves to cook for us correctly.
My mother-in-law likes to deep fry things, and this is her very important deep frying thing. And we were really worried that it wasn't going to work on the induction stove. So when she went through all of our pots, she put it here, filled it up, and we all kind of waited on pins and needles as she turned it on. And lo and behold, her very special deep frying thing worked. And she was really happy after that. And now she tells everyone about her daughter's induction stove. What was surprising for us is that we were able to find specialty Indian cookware like this pan that is used to make rotis. And I was really surprised. I went to the Indian stores on University Avenue, and they had a whole section of induction cookware specifically for cooking Indian food. So who knew? We're going to demonstrate how you can make Indian rotis, which are these flatbreads, puff up on an induction stove. So a lot of people believe that because these rotis are traditionally puffed up over an open flame, that you cannot puff them over on an induction stove. But that's actually not true. They puff up pretty well if you just use the right technique.
I found that if you press down on the roti, it actually allows for the roti to puff up. So you just kind of gently press down.
What heat level are you using here?
I'm at a 7.
Which is like, medium high.
Yeah. See, I start to see these like little bubbles on there. Mm-hmm. And then I press down even more. And you can see that it's starting to puff up. And here we go. And then you can flip it. So on a gas stove, you would put the roti on
a pan,
the skillet, or whatever. I think my mom calls it a tawa. Mm-hmm. You'd put the roti on here. Mm-hmm. You would wait for the little bubbles to come up. You would take the tongs and you would put it over the open flame, like this.
But you're instead,
and it would puff up.
It would puff up.
So instead, I'm keeping the tawa just right where it is, and I'm just pressing down. And as I press down on the roti, it begins to puff up. Just like that.
And the technical term for this in Hindi is fulka roti, which means like, I don't know, fulka means like puffed up flour.
Puffed up.
Yeah.
Fulka is puffed up.
Puffed up roti, yeah.
And there we go. And that actually looks just as I would expect it to look.
Yeah.
Were I cooking this on a flame.
There you have it.
It turned out really nice. There you go.
Induction cooking represents a transition to something better, a cleaner technology, a safer, healthier kitchen, less indoor and outdoor pollution, and less greenhouse gases. Want to try induction cooking for free? Go to ebce.org/induction-cooking to find all the East Bay places where you can borrow a mobile induction cooktop. You can also find big rebates to buy a new stove. The future of cooking is looking bright and smelling delicious.